true love. 1. Work in pairs. Discuss the questions. 1. Do you believe in love at first sight? Why not? 2. Where are good places to meet new people? At work, college, in clubs, societies, playing sports, at parties, at friends' houses. Vocabulary. Relationships. 2a. Read sentences 1 to 8. These describe the stages of a relationship. Match the phrases in bold with definitions A, H. 1. He proposed to her. B. Asked her to marry him. 2. Got on well. F. Had a good relationship. 3. They got married. H. Became husband and wife. 4. They got engaged. A. Agreed to marry. 5. They met. G. First knew each other. 6. She accepted. E. Said yes. 7. He didn't have a girlfriend. D. Have a romantic relationship with a girl. 8. They fell in love. C. Began to love each other. B. In what order do these things usually happen? Put the phrases 1 to 8. In exercise 2a in order. 1. He didn't have a girlfriend. 5. They met. 2. They got on well. 8. They fell in love. 1. He proposed to her. 6. She accepted. 4. They got engaged. 3. They got married. Write 3 true sentences about yourself or a friend. Use the phrases in bold in exercise 2a. I met my best friend, Piri, at a conference. We got on well immediately. Speakout tip. Words like get and have are used in lots of different phrases in English. Keep lists of these phrases and add new phrases when you learn them. Write down all the phrases you know with get. Compare your list with your partner's.
Unit 1. Recording 2. Story 1.
My boyfriend and I were at a restaurant, and I don't know how he did it, but he put the engagement ring in my salad. I didn't see it, and I put it in my mouth. I think he panicked and tried to stop me. Anyway, luckily, I felt something hard as I bit into my food, and I didn't swallow it. I took it out, saw what it was, and accepted. So that was how we got engaged. It was almost a disaster. We got married 1 month later.
Story 2. We decided to go on holiday in Egypt, as we both liked diving. This was me and my girlfriend at the time. So, we went on a dive, and I proposed to her underwater. I didn't say anything. I just gave her the ring while we were, 10 feet under. Luckily, she smiled. We got back on the boat, and she said yes. Story 3.
My husband and I are video artists. We met at art school, and honestly, we fell in love immediately. And what he did was he made a funny 2-minute video. He put it on YouTube and sent a link to me. And it was him proposing. And in the video, there was music, and then all of our friends suddenly appeared, singing and dancing. It was amazing and such a surprise. I watched it, and then I surprised him. I accepted his proposal, but I didn't tell him. Instead, I made a video of me saying yes.
Look at the pictures. They show how 3 people proposed to their partner. What do you think happened? Listen and check. Story 1. The man put the engagement ring in the woman's salad, but she didn't see it and put it in her mouth. Story 2. They went on a dive and the man proposed to the woman underwater. Story 3. The man made a video of him proposing to his girlfriend and he put it on YouTube. B. Listen again and answer the questions. 1. In story 1, where did the boyfriend propose? In a restaurant. 2. Why did she say, it was almost a disaster? She put the ring in her mouth and nearly swallowed it. 3. In story 2, which country were they in? Egypt. 4. What happened on the boat? She said yes. 5. In story 3, how did the boyfriend propose? He made a 2-minute YouTube video of him proposing and sent her a link. 6. How did she accept? She made a video of herself saying yes. See which stories do the sentences 1 to 6 come from. Work in pairs. And use the sentences to help you retell the stories. 1. We were at a restaurant. Story 1. 2. I didn't say anything. I just gave her the ring. Story 2. 3. We met at art school. Story 3. 4. Luckily, she smiled. Story 2. 5. I accepted, but I didn't tell him. Story 3. 6. He tried to stop me. Story 1. D. Discuss. Which do you think is the best story? Why? Grammar. Past simple. 4. Underline examples of verbs in the past simple in exercise 3C. See which stories do the sentences 1 to 6 come from. Work in pairs. And use the sentences to help you retell the stories. 1. We were at a restaurant. 2. I didn't say anything. I just gave her the ring. 3. We met at art school. 4. Luckily, she smiled. 5. I accepted, but I didn't tell him. B. Complete the tables below with the correct form of the verbs in the past simple. Past simple. Regular. Appear appeared. Like liked. Decide decided. Try tried. Irregular. Go went. Fall fell. Get got. Say said. Negative. I didn't tell him. Question. Did they get married? Short answer. No, they didn't. Yes, they did.
Unit 1, Recording 3. 1.
D. Lived. They lived in Africa.
2.
T. Asked. He asked her to marry him.
3.
Id. Started. They started a family.
Unit 1, Recording 4.
Worked. Wanted. Stopped. Smiled. Walked. Needed. Talked. Studied. Helped. Decided.
Past simple. Past simple regular verbs. I worked in a restaurant. You worked in a restaurant. He worked in a restaurant. She worked in a restaurant. It worked in a restaurant. We worked in a restaurant. They worked in a restaurant. I didn't work in a restaurant. You didn't work in a restaurant. He didn't work in a restaurant. She didn't work in a restaurant. It didn't work in a restaurant. We didn't work in a restaurant. They didn't work in a restaurant. Did I work in a restaurant? Did you work in a restaurant? Did he work in a restaurant? Did she work in a restaurant? Did it work in a restaurant? Did we work in a restaurant? Did they work in a restaurant? Past simple irregular verbs. I went out. You went out. He went out. She went out. It went out. We went out. They went out. I didn't go out. You didn't go out. He didn't go out. She didn't go out. It didn't go out. We didn't go out. They didn't go out. Did I go out? Did you go out? Did he go out? Did she go out? Did it go out? Did we go out? Did they go out? Use the past simple to talk about finished actions in the past. In negatives and questions, use the auxiliary did plus infinitive. Do not use did in negatives and questions with the verb be. I wasn't very happy. Not I didn't be happy. Spellings. Regular past simple verbs. Verbs ending in rule plus ed. Example. Start, started. Verbs ending in e, rule, plus d. Example. Live, lived. Verbs ending in y, rule, yy plus I plus ed. Example. Marry, married. Verbs ending in consonant vowel, consonant. Rule. Double the consonant plus ed. Example. Stop, stopped. Form the past simple with regular verbs by adding ed. Many common verbs have an irregular past simple form. Look at the list on page 127. Use the past simple to talk about finished actions in the past. 1.2. Complete the story with the correct form of the verbs in the box. Use the past simple. Ask, ask. Email. Say. Get, get. Arrive. See. Know. Fool. Decide. A single father of two asked his American girlfriend to marry him only 4 minutes after he saw her for the first time. Carl Dockings, 36, from Wales, met Danielle on the internet. We got on so well. We always knew what the other was thinking. He said they emailed and talked in chat rooms. They fell in love even before exchanging pictures. After 10 months, Carl decided to fly 4,000 miles to meet Danielle in person. He asked the important question at Chicago's O'Hare Airport soon after he arrived. The 26-year-old said, yes, and the couple got married 4 months later. They now live in his home city with their daughter Isabel. B. Put the verbs in brackets into the correct form of the past simple. 1. My grandfather taught me how to paint. 2. Where did you grow up? 3. We met in Ireland last year. 4. At first we didn't get on very well. 5. I left college and got a job in an office. 6. I lived in the USA, so we didn't see each other for 6 months. 7. Did you enjoy the concert last night? 8. They did not have children. 9. My sister finished her degree last year. 10. She studied Russian. 6. A. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the past simple. Go. Go. Stay. See. Cook. Spend. 1. I saw my best friend 3 months ago. 2. I went to a wedding last summer. 3. I stayed up all night. 4. I went on holiday last month. 5. I cooked a meal for some friends last night. 6. I spent the day with my sister on Monday. C. Work in pairs and take turns. Ask and answer the questions. A. When did you last go on holiday? B. It was a few months ago. I went to Malta with some friends. Speaking. 7. Write down 5 important dates in your life. Prepare to talk about them. B. Work in pairs and take turns. Ask and answer questions about the dates. Try to guess what happened. A. The 19th of July 2006. B. Did you get married? A. No, I didn't. B. Did you start work? A. Yes, I did. Writing. Linking words. 8a. Match 1 to 4 with A, D, to make sentences. Link the phrases with a word from the box below. And. So. But. Because. 1. In 1998 I finished my degree. C. Started my first job. And. 2. I moved house in 2002. D. I didn't like my flatmate. Because. 3. I wanted to learn Italian. B. I could travel around the country. So. 4. They wanted to buy a house. They didn't have enough money. But. In 1998 I finished my degree, started my first job. And I moved house in 2002. I didn't like my flatmate. Because I wanted to learn Italian. I could travel around the country. So they wanted to buy a house, but they didn't have enough money. B. Complete the web comment with linking words. And, but, so, because. 2011 was an important year because I met my wife, Anya. We met in an internet chat room and we got on immediately. We started to chat and send emails, but we lived in different countries, so it was difficult for us to be together. Now we live in the UK with our 2 children. C. Write about an important year in your life. Use linking words, and, but, so, because.